So we're here. We're at the finish line, 2 minutes after our prescribed finish line anyway, but you know, whatever, right? I think we're in a good place. So to wrap, we started with fuel, we worked our way through the day, we finished with the spark, and you know, when I think about your jobs going forward to activate and to ignite like the innovation and the data and the things that we shared with you guys today, I think we're all in agreement. It's not easy. Like there's a lot going on. There was so much change that Mike showed us this morning when you look at the consumption habits, right, and the media habits and the shifting demographics, et cetera. Like this is a moving target, right? This is something this is never going to be solved for. We're always going to be in search of kind of being really, really good B2B marketers. One thing I did notice today, though, that I thought was really cool is we actually had our own examples. You know, I can remember a few years ago at Think B2B where it was like we were digging for a good B2B example of something, and it was like, we can kind of make this work. This is kind of B2B, but today we had a lot of examples from you guys of great work that's going on out there. So, A, good on us, right, as B2B marketers, and the teams are obviously doing some great work together. I think that's huge. I think prioritizing innovation and thinking about some of the things that we talked about today is your ultimate challenge. You've got all these things. I mean, think about the amount of email we cut back on today by keeping you guys in this room all day long, right? Like lots of people are like, wow, this is great. I don't have hardly any emails today because you guys are all in here, right? But I mean, that's kind of part of it, right? It's the distraction, the swirl, the thrash that is day-to-day business that gets in the way of productivity and innovation. I learned something from a gentleman. He kicked us off with yoga last year. Gopi is his name. And you know, he talks about this thing called eat your frogs, right? I know it sounds kind of weird. And I don't have a visual for it, but we all know what frogs look like. But it's really like putting the hardest thing you have to do first. Like if you know you have to eat a frog when you wake up in the morning, when are you going to do it, right? You're probably going to put it off all day. Right, Michael? Like, really? I'm going to eat the frog, but it's going to be at the end. I want something to drink, whatever it is. But if you put the hardest thing to do, and I think in a large way, innovation is the hardest thing that we do. Like doing something different than what we already do is the hardest thing that we do. So how can you make that the first thing you do, maybe tomorrow, maybe let these things resonate, but how can you kind of up the prioritization around innovation in your world? And I think that's the challenge that we've kind of left you guys with. We've given you a lot of the tools, and I think in the end, just to kind of stay with our theme, I think you've got the information that you need to be a fire starter. I think, Maria, you said it best when we were talking about some things at lunch that, like, it's not easy being a fire starter. Like, not everybody wants to be next to the fire starter. Not everybody wants the person that's, like, into all this stuff that comes running into meetings and going, isn't this great? Like, some people are like, yeah, put me next to the person that thinks going fast is great, but some are like, oh, I don't know, I'm kind of comfortable with what I'm doing. So being a fire starter is hard. But I think you're definitely well qualified. I think hopefully today we gave you more and more tools and information to help you be that fire starter as we move forward. These are some of the things that popped up today, by the way, when we looked at Twitter and looked at some of the things that you guys were talking about and some of the key terms. So A, I think as we think about our goal today as an organization, I think we did pretty well. Like I see a lot of the right words kind of up on the screen. But you know, instead of me going into more detail about what I thought we learned today, I want to give you guys just a second. Talk to that person you met at the first thing today or whatever, learn their name real quick, and ask them the one key takeaway that they have from today. I'll give you like 1 minute, and then I want you guys to share your friend's key takeaway. And it can't just be the things that are up on the slide. Think of something original, Kira. All right? So go ahead, take a minute. Tell us what you learned. Microphones. All right. Try and come to a conclusion. Try and wrap it up. We have microphones for everybody. Did you find a good restaurant last night? Did you find a good restaurant? Yeah. Okay. Oh, the Cuban place. Yeah. Good. All right. Good. Who wants to go first? Jamie has a microphone on this side. We got a microphone on this side. Nobody likes to go first, but someone has to go first. Come on, eat your frog here. Fred, how about you and your, see, they're still talking. Stacy, you guys finished kind of early. Just, you want to share your key takeaway? All right, hang on. Let me get you a microphone. Great, all right, we'll get started.
We were talking about video and where it fits into the consideration cycle, especially on the YouTube's session. We're thinking about sequential retargeting of video in terms of the storytelling.
Yeah, very nice, great, and very actionable. Somebody else? Jamie, you got somebody back there that wants to play along? Come on. Yeah, go ahead, thanks. Not everybody at once.
I guess we are wondering here whether the Google Glass form factor will be widely accepted or not, versus much more a watch wearable kind of solution. Mm-hmm. And would love to get some feedback on that.
Some feedback about that? Great. Well, and hopefully our team will be joining us at cocktails tonight so we could continue that conversation. But that's a great question. And how many form factors, right? And I think there are going to be plenty of options. All right, somebody else. Maria, do you have a key takeaway from today? Jamie, she's right up here. Or your friends' key takeaway?
I can give my friend's key takeaway,
perfect.
which is Tiffany, who's been a very nice seatmate this whole time.
Yeah, great.
And I think she said what she was really struck by, and that it confirmed what she saw in her own company was the growth in mobile traffic. And it was, I think, just for her really validating to say, to see that the data you're seeing sort of across the board matched up.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Great. All right. Great. Let's have one or two more. Come on. This is easy. You had to have one key takeaway. Jamie, just put the microphone in front of us. Oh, perfect. Our multiple winner today. Yeah, you owe us.
Sorry, guys. I'm normally not this lucky. Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway, at least from this side of things, was that you don't have to be perfect going in. You should have some general insights and some general goals, but the initial step is just taking a little bit of courage, going for it, and then figuring it out as you're going, experiment along the way.
Yeah, great. Launch and iterate. Love it. All right. So we do, and actually, so while we have this up, we have two winners. I have wonderful prizes. Actually, the end of the day prizes are just a little bit, I think, a little bit stronger than the others. But these are our two, the tweeters of the day, if you will. So is May here from NetSuite? Can I see? Is she here? Okay, come on up, May. You're a lucky winner from our tweet-a-thon, if you will. And it looks like a lot of stuff around the medical, around Google Glass. You did a lot of nice tweeting around that, so we thank you very much. Thanks for joining, everybody. Give her a round of applause. And then is Pedro still here as well? Oh, awesome, good. Congratulations, love it. Yeah, appreciate it. And Pedro's tweets really revolved a lot around the profit model and the optimizations that we talked this morning and kind of the trade-off between efficiency and volume, right? And trying to balance that whole thing, which we all do and talk about all the time, right, Stacy? So great. So you have a survey. So that's kind of your last amount of responsibility. You actually have an opportunity to win one more thing. So yes, there are a number of cardboards attached to the bottom of some seats. So one more time, give the stretch. See if you're a lucky winner. Oh, awesome. Great. Good to see. And actually, I think we're going to have some interactivity. When we head up to cocktails, there's going to be an opportunity as well. Oh, he won again? Great. You might get attacked at the cocktail hour. Yeah, so upstairs. So we're actually, yeah, good question. So everybody, we're going to have a chance to win cardboard one more time. Come on. Psst. Last thing. there are going to be more cardboards upstairs, right? So there's a Chrome challenge, some things, Chromecast challenge that we're doing. So that'll be your last chance. So now I'd love to bring my partner in crime up, Mike Miller, the director of our BIM vertical. It's always great working with you, Mike, to put the show on. And then if I could ask the team to come up, you know, we have the fortunate roles of working with really, really, really talented people that put in hours of work prior to today. And we're probably going to put in some more hours, by the way, as we make sure that we connect our teams with yours after this event as well. But these are the ladies and gentlemen that did everything you saw today. So thank you all so much. Awesome, awesome. Great. So thank you guys very much. We have some wonderful little parting prizes that aren't present at the moment, so we can reconnect on those after the fact. So that's a wrap. So I hope it was helpful. It's great to get everybody's feedback. We love putting this event on for you guys every year. And you know, when you think about ROI and some of the things that we talked about today, the profit optimizer, you know, that's really my challenge to you. Like, if you leave here and it was fun and the food was good and it was a beautiful day and you met somebody, that's great. If you leave here and you put something to work immediately that changes the trajectory of your business, whether it's new customers, profits, whatever you choose to measure, then that's really putting what we did today to value. And we would get so much benefit from that as a team, and you would get all the more benefit, right, ultimately as our favorite client. So all I would say is push us. Like, we work for you. To Nick's point earlier today, when you perform well using Google products, we perform well as your support team. So push us. We'll work together to be bigger and better and stronger. We'll have even more examples to share next year. So enjoy cocktails. Thank you.